Hello! Let's have so much fun gluing fabric and making some unique fabric ornaments for our Christmas decoration. Oh yes, let's do that! It's so fun, and you can use your scraps of fabric. You don't need to sew, it's just gluing, because we're gonna be using Cartonnage technique. That is the art of box making, but you can make so many more things other than boxes using this technique, right? So welcome to this tutorial. I'm Claudia Squio, Cartonnage designer and teacher from ColorWay Arts, and I'm so excited to be here with you now as we are, Christmas is just around the corner, and in this time of the year I just love so much picking some Christmas fabric, put some Christmas song on, and just, relax and have fun crafting and making something that is very unique, right? And these Christmas ornaments are really fun to make, super simple. You can, get together with your friends, with your family, with your grandkids, and just have lots of fun making and decorating your tree with very unique ornaments just made by you, having lots and lots of fun. If you were with me in the celebration of the National Cartonnage Day we had this past October, right? We made some ornaments there. But I now decide to just create a new video showing more details how to do it, to be easier to find, and give you more tips, more tricks, and show more examples, because after that I made so many more, so I can kind of inspire you more and show some possibilities that you can create for that, right? So in this video tutorial I will be showing how to do flat ornaments and also 3D ornaments, okay? So let's see here some details. And if you are looking for the video to show how to do the fabric spinner ornament, that is a bigger one, that's a separate video, so just look at my website colorwayarts.com or on my YouTube channel and you'll find a complete tutorial for this one, okay? I love the three of them together, and that's the reason I also create one fabric ornament. I create a do-it-yourself kit for the fabric ornament set, where we have the pieces, the cardboard, to make flat ornaments, to make the 3D ornaments, and this big ornament, okay? So to be clear here, in this tutorial I will be showing how to do the flat ornaments and the 3D one. This big ornament has a separate tutorial by itself, okay? So if you are looking for that tutorial, it's another video. Just if you can find it, just let me know, okay? So now let's see some samples right here, then we're gonna see the simple materials, right, and have fun gluing. You see how quick and easy and fun is, making all these ornaments, okay? So let's go. Let's see here in my table some samples. So let's get started with some of the flat ornaments first, okay? So if you were with me in the National Cartonnage Day, I made this one in the video during the day, right? So this is a flat ornament. I love when I can put some detail right here in the middle, but this one is just a simple one. You can put some glue, some decoration right here. This one actually was made just to glue on top of a box, but you can put a thread, you can put a ribbon, a tassel, okay? We will see some differences here. By the way, if you want the templates to make these flat ornaments, you can find them in my free online course, Have Fun Gluing. Check colorwayarts.com/online and you'll find all my online courses, including this free one that is called Have Fun Gluing, where you can find and learn how to do other simple projects, and you can also have the templates and see this video there as well, how to make them, okay? Nice, very good. So those is the size I will give you the template, but if you do bigger, right, you see for this one we have the flat ornaments. I also sell just a do-it-yourself kit for this, but to make this one you will see that you just need a circle and you need a square, okay? You don't see right here in the video, but it's a circle and a square, and the square fits inside the circle, okay? Very good, inside the circle. So you can do this any size you want, actually, okay? You will see in this one. In this do-it-yourself kit you can make 4 of this model of ornament, okay? And I'll show you some other ones, bigger ones. You can also put some decoration in the middle, or just choose your fabric to be right there, very different. So these are absolutely fun and super quick to make. So now, oh, this one also I made recently, look at this, okay, so unique. Then another one that we have here in this do-it-yourself kit is a pentagon one. So let me show this one. You may have seen for the National Cartonnage Day as well. So it's so fun to find some, you know, unique fabrics to put in the center. We just need a very, like, scraps of fabric. This one, you see, it's just green in the middle, so you kind of don't see very much the pentagon, the star, actually. So I do prefer when we have like a very coordinating fabrics like this or like this one. So you see really, you can really feel the difference between them, right? Very good. So you also have pieces to make 4 of those ornaments, those flat ornaments here, okay? Very good. So very soon we're gonna start making these flat ornaments, but let's go ahead and I'll show you also some samples of the 3D ornaments that we're gonna be making after the flat ones, okay? All of those ornaments will be in this tutorial. So first we're gonna make the flat and then the 3D. Let me show the 3D now, okay? So if you were with me in the National Cartonnage Day, we made this little guy right here during the live video on that Saturday, right? It was lots of fun. I used cereal box for that and I show how to do. It was really fun. It is small and it is kind of like a, it is sturdy, right? But it's thin. So what I decided to do after the National Cartonnage Day was starting trying with something more thick, like a thick chipboard, to have something more, really more sturdy. Right? So take a look at this one. It's so beautiful. Look, I use this different fabric right here. I use 2 different fabrics. So this is what I want to show you. In this one we have the same fabric but different parts of that fabric around. This I use 2 fabrics, okay, around. So it's really up to you. I had this beautiful tassel and something to hang. You can, and then I get a little wild, so to speak, and I tried even more. So how about you do this not just for Christmas? Look at this one. I use a beautiful fabric, right? All the same fabric around, and I put a long tail full of beads and tassel, right? So it's so unique, so unique. I really like this idea of having fun and finding all those unique stuff. So this one I made in the shop. One day we had a class. So also I used 2 different fabrics around. And here, instead of having a tassel, look at that. I put beads and one little bow. You can use bells. You can use... Oh, it's so fun. This time of the year, the craft shops are so full of craft stuff for Christmas, right? Or decoration, small things, small items that you can hang on your ornaments. And this will be a fantastic, like, I know some of you like to do ornaments exchanges, you know, all those stuff. So it's so fun to create and do something even very personal, okay? So I also decided to make a big one, a bigger one. Take a look, bigger than this here, okay? And then actually I thought it was, I thought it was big and not big enough to hang, for example, in the ceiling. That was I was thinking. That's why I decided to go and make this big ornament that we can be better. So I don't have the kit for the big one, but the same way you see how to do the smaller ones in the do-it-yourself kit, you can make this size and a little smaller size. I think those are better for hanging on the tree. And the big one, once you know how to do it, you can make any size you want if you prefer. But let me show the other big one that I made. The other big one was this one right here. And as I said, take a look at what you have at home or in your craft shops. I just bought those beautiful beads that I found. I found this out on Hobby Lobby. So all those beautiful beads and this angel right here. Isn't that unique and beautiful? Yes. So we have these ornament holders that you can put on the wall. And so this you can hang as a decoration in your home. It does not need to be just in your tree, right? So that's like, for example, you can see here behind me, I have the big one the spinning one, and I also have the other smaller ones of this, and can fit one more because the hanger is for 4. So it's up to you. There's so many possibilities that you can find, right? So this is called ornament holder. You can find at Amazon lots of ideas and possibilities, and super quick to put on the wall. And here's another, okay, so I think this is so unique, so unique. And most of all, it's not just the pieces are unique, are lots of fun to make. And you know, if you follow me, I know I always say the most important part is, you know, inviting your inner child to have fun with you, have fun gluing, you know, relax, put some Christmas on right now that is getting into and close to that. And if you don't want to make it for Christmas, just choose another fabric that you like, you know, and put it just a decoration for you. Why not? How long have you been making something just for you? That's so fun. Okay, so let's go and get started and making those ornaments. You see, they are quick to make and lots of fun. So let's see how to do it. Very good. So now let's see very quick the materials that you need, right? So to make the flat ornaments, you need either the do-it-yourself kit that already have all the pieces, you know, the poster board pieces already cut in the size you need, or you need poster board. What is a white board that you can find in lots of craft shops. Even Dollar Tree has poster board. It's a thing. It's a little thicker than cardstock, but it's not as thick as cereal box. It will be easier to make this ornament if it is not super thick. Okay, those are the first thing. Let's see the rest here in my table. Okay, so you will need, for example, to make this ornament, the first one we're going to be making this one right here, right? So we will need a circle and a square. So the square actually fits, you don't see because of the color, sorry for that, but it fits inside the circle very well. Okay, so it's kind of touching each edge here of the square, touching the edges of the circle. And then you need your scraps of fabric. Okay, so this is the first one we're going to be making. We use glue, all from Elmer's, okay, for our cartonnage projects. Love it so much, works super well. Of course, to apply the glue, you need some brush, a paint brush, a paint roller, scissors. You also need scissors, rotary cutter, your cutting mat. Okay, and the more specific thing here, you need a corner miter tool. You'll see in a minute when I'm using to miter the corners and have a good finishing. For the 3D ornaments, we also need something a little different this time, okay? So if you have some clips around your house, let me show you here. So those clips I love, they are from Dollar Tree, okay? I use in so many options in Cartonnage, or even other clips that are big, like clamps that are big like that, or even your small clips from Quilt. They will help you a lot, okay? You need not just the smaller ones, but we will need something big as well. And for a better finishing, we need something square. So we have in our shop the handy squares that are fantastic. This is 9 degrees, so I know it's a square. It's for 1-in-1. If you don't have this at home, you know, don't stop because of that. You may have something else that is a square at your home. Maybe you have Legos, pieces of Lego that you can create something that is 9 degrees. Or look around, you may have a box, a little box or something that is a square that can help you just at the end of the process of making the 3D ornaments, okay? Other than that, plastic spatula, and then of course your decoration, like a thread, a tassel, bell, beads, whatever you want to embellish your ornaments with, okay? So have fun choosing your things, and let's get started in making the first one, that is this one, using a poster board piece that is 1 circle and 1 square, okay? Nice, very good. You can have those templates inside my free online class, Have Fun Gluing, but just in case, this circle has 10.5 centimeters, okay, in diameter, and this square is 7.3, okay, 7.3 centimeters, 10.5 centimeters, those are what we have right here. And then you cut your fabric just a little bigger than that, okay? When I say a little bigger, it's just about half an inch bigger, okay? What is important here? This fabric that you see on top, this is from the circle. So this is the fabric will show up right here in the circle. And here, this part where you see the beautiful one, that's a square in this position right here. Okay, so whatever I want to see in the middle, and I want to see the middle of my flower there. So I will put my flower as, for example, this is the center. I will place, once I'm cutting and once I'm gluing, I will place the way that that part will be in the center, and this must be in this direction, okay, because this is how it goes, in this direction. So if your fabric has direction, this is how it goes. Now let's get started and gluing. Yay, lots of fun. Now to start, I always like to put some glue in my tray. It can be any plate, any plastic, or you know, whatever plate you have there. You don't need a fancy tray like this one. And then you put and roll your roller like this, so you have glue out there. Now here's my fabric for my circle. So I'm gonna spread my glue in the circle. Right here, right, all the way as a thin layer, and then I put right in the middle of my fabric, okay, flip over, and I go with my hands and I do this. Make sure it's well glued, right? So now this is the square one, right? So let's put this and repeat the process. Just spread the glue all over this square, and then you put. Now let me see what I need for the center. As I said, this I want in the center of my square, so I will do like this. I think that will be what I want. And again, this is the direction. Oh, this is the direction right here. So this is what I will see right there. Okay. Of course, I have something that comes over on top all the sides, so I will not see just this. But here is another important tip for you. If you want to do ornaments that are just like this, just squares, you can make two of them, exactly what I'm doing in this one. You can make two of them. You make the first one, you glue your thread and your tassel, and you glue the second one on top. You see my process of finishing this. If you want to do a square, you just make two squares, same size, and do that. Okay? Nice. So now for this one, the circle, we need to cut around using a scissors, because you need to follow the shape and just leave a little bit more than 1/4 there, okay? Kind of half an inch will be a little bit too much, so to speak. Okay, but we cannot cut too close to the edge, because I need to glue this and fold and have a good finishing here. Nice. So now there's two ways you can do now. We have to clip this around. So or you go with your scissor, normal scissor, and make lots of clips like this around, or just in case if you have a fringe scissor that has so many can cut so many at the same time, it's quicker. Then you just go around. You just don't go all the way to the poster board, but almost, okay, because it's really a thin board, and so you can do that. By the way, in my free online class, Have Fun Gluing, that I was talking about, I have other projects and show different shapes. Like there are projects using round stuff, triangle, so it's really it's also a good idea for you to go and check if you want to do something different, like bookmarks, scissor case, thread holders. Okay, so now that you cut there, you will need to glue around. So you just come over here, hold in the center. You see how do I like to hold in the center and go around. Good. And now your best tool now is your finger. So you just go around like this with the back of your finger, and you just glue this very well. So that's how we have good finishing for round shapes. Okay, nice. So take a look here. Okay, beautiful, nice. So now let's do what we need to do in the square one, right? For the square one, what we need to do is trimming around first. You can go with, if you have a ruler, you can, use, for example, a spacer or a ruler. You can use it around and cut to leave like about 1/2 inch of fabric. or you can simply go freely, you know, and cut around. You just leave this edge that will be about 1/2 inch. And now we need to cut corners, right? You need to trim all the 4 corners. And for that, I have the 2 corner tools, the big one and the smaller one. I'm not sure it's close to me here to show to you, but it's a smaller tool that also has the cut on the center where you put right here and cut. So with this, we will have a great corner at the end. If you don't have the tool and want to do the ornament this afternoon, no worries. I will show here when I go to the last one how you do without the tool, okay? The tool is super quick. You can have great finishing in your corners every time, you know. But if you don't have the tool, just take a look that you need to leave some space right here in between the end of the paper and the fabric. So you can go with your scissor, try to keep 45 degrees as close as you can, right? And then just cut straight, leaving some space right here. Usually this space is about 2 to 3 millimeters. It depends on the thickness of the board. This one can be even less because it's super thin, right? But this is what we do. So we have our 4 corners miter, and now it's time to glue all of them. Now let me tell you that I always say that we have 4 steps for a good corner. The first one is cutting, we already did. The second one is applying glue also to this fabric right here in the 2 corners where we left fabric, right? And the third one, put under, bring tight. Okay, and the 4th step for a great finishing is pressing down here and pressing down in the other corner as well. This is super thin because this is poster board, so you don't even see that you are folding that very well, but it's most important for the chipboard and thick ones, but also do that will help you to have a good finishing, okay? Once you repeat on the other side, then you go to the last 2 edges, spread the glue right here just on the paper, and then also spread the glue on the 2 little corners, put under, bring tight, okay? Press down the top. I'll show you in a minute how to press. And then the last one, just do this. And see how quick, how easy it is to have a good finishing for covering any piece of paper. That can be just a piece of paper, it can be a chipboard, it can be a cover for an album, it can be a box, so many things. Now you take a look on the front on your piece, because especially this is poster board. Sometimes we have just a little tiny corner that is bothering us, especially for poster board. So I go with my scissor. If I notice something is extra here and I don't like, and I just trim, you know, that little tiny part that's bothering me, because the most important is that you look here in the front and you are happy with that, especially with poster board. Okay, so now let me go back to my tip. So if you want to do a square one, do any size one. This is, you see here, this is even cereal box. Then you make 2 at the same size and glue them together. Or even beautiful, look at that. They are not the same size, but that would be nice as well, right? You would glue and put masking tape as we'll be doing now. Nice, very good. So now let's plan here what I want. So this is what it is, you should be, okay? So now you see that the square is kind of touching the corners of the 4 points, you know, the circle. So once you see that is in the right position, okay, what we're gonna be doing is folding this on this part on top of that. And if you have any bone folder, oh, I just see that my fabric will not be that contrasting. Not a good choice, but that's okay. Okay, you see the other ones. Yeah, I barely see my flower because this red, or I barely notice the... Okay, choices, right? That's what I said. When you have something that is very contrasting, you see better the result. Okay, I haven't done in this fabric yet, so I decided to try. But now I see. So if you have these 2 fabrics, you may choose something different. Now just fold here, Okay, we are not gluing, we are just folding to find the position, okay, for this. Oh, yeah. Okay, actually not too bad. Will be beautiful, but could be more contrasting if I have chosen different fabrics. And as I said, I always say to my students or members of my club, sometimes we have happy accidents like that, right? So I love these two fabrics together. I have made so many other ones with those together, but I haven't made these specific ornaments. So when I put them together, I just see that another coordinated one would catch up better, like we'll see better, right? But that's okay. A learning curve. I will not use that for this ornament anymore, and now you know, and you see this, and you can plan yours the way you prefer. Okay, nice. So now let's go back here because it's time for us to choose if I want to put something here. For example, you can use tassels. Okay, and I think I will use a tassel in this one. It will be beautiful. Okay, so I will put this. We have some options in the shop, but you can for sure find tassels in some places. Actually, maybe you have already. So this is the small tassel I have in the shop, and I think they go very well. And actually, I really love the gold one. So I will use the gold one there. And I have this thread that is kind of specific for ornaments. So I'm gonna be using this one as well, that is thinner, okay? And I glue this there, okay? So very good. So what I will be doing, now I need to open, because we just fold here to save this space to know where I will be gluing. You don't see maybe in the camera because of the light, but I notice that it's well folded here, so I know where it is. So now I'm gonna spread and glue my tassel right here on the bottom. Okay, so spread a little bit of glue and put your tassel. Well, how far, it really depends on you. If you want a long tail, just leave a long tail. If you want just a little bit, you know, it's up to you. Just put there. I put a little piece of masking tape. Do not cover everything with masking tape, but just a bit to secure, let's say, okay? And on the top, I will spread the glue and put my thread. Okay, so how long this thread is also up to you. I think you barely can see this, but you know, it's really up to you, because I don't know if you prefer this to have a long, again, to be longer or not, up to you. I need a piece of cloth to clean my finger now, okay? But leave that bigger piece right there, okay? Nice, very good. So now I'm ready to glue this piece right here, okay, the square in the position, okay? And we are almost done. You see, I said that it will be quick. It is super quick, and of course when you are making, you're not talking that much as me, you'll be even quicker. Okay, nice. So apply the glue very well, a very good layer over this square. And now I will put this exactly in the position that I planned before. And also make sure to have your tassel and your thread in the position that you want, okay, to be very well finished. Nice. So once you put it there, just press well, and now we just glue each one of these sides. Very careful, okay? So put it glue right there, just in this circle part, the end of the circle, but fold over and put a piece of masking tape. This masking tape will kind of not hold very well so far. That's okay. You just put it there, and in a minute we're gonna put something heavy on top, like a heavy book or something that you have that will keep this all together and drying very well, okay? Because this part of the circle, it's kind of small, and what I can say, it wants to unfold, because it's not, or I like to say, it's not comfortable for this piece of paper, you know, to stay there. So it wants to unfold this masking tape helps for now, but you have to keep to put something or a lot of more tape or some clips or better than ever something heavy. Okay, then you keep this together, gluing well in position. Okay, nice, very good. And as I said, if you want to make this any other size, make your circle first, any size you want, and then you measure to see what would be the size of your square, right? And then you just do that. Okay, my masking tape does not want to stay here because of that, and then what I will have this heavy stuff. So I put my iron on top, that I love it so much, those, you know, vintage irons that I have here. They are really heavy, so they are perfect to, you know, put on top of this ornament and leave it like that drying for, I mean, at least 2 or 3 hours. Okay, even more if you can. Okay, even more if you can, then the glue will dry very well. Okay, it will be very nice. Okay, or put something heavy book, of course. If you don't have this, some heavy books on top will also make that happen. Nice, very good, wonderful. So now that we made the first one, that is the circle square, now let's make the pentagon one. We are still making the flat ornaments. Okay, stay with me, because after the flat ornament I will start making the 3D ornament with hexagons. Lots of fun. Okay, so now let's make the flat ornament, that is the shape of a pentagon, where at the end we see a star in the front, right? Very simple. Okay, so now the first thing we have to do in this one, to make sure that we have a beautiful star, you know, where our sides are all aligned and beautiful, is to know exactly where is the position that we will be gluing this on top of that. Okay, because if you do slightly crooked here, that's when your star at the end will not be as beautiful. And to make sure that will be well done, the best thing to do is to measure the sides and put a mark exactly in the middle. So right here, measure exactly the side of your pentagon. Okay, this is 7.7 centimeters, so do your math to do that. Okay, so it's right here is the center. Okay, nice. Okay, so make a mark in at least, I would say, if you make a mark in all of them, will be better. So you really know where is the pointy, where is that you're gonna put there. Okay, and also this is the way you will do to, if you do this pentagon any other size that is not the size I gave you in the template in my free online class, if you want to make any other size, make your pentagon any size you want, and then you measure from here to here, and you know what is the size of the other one you must be doing. Okay, okay, let me make my points in Sharpie so you can see. So here's my center, here's my center. Okay, I measured the center in all of them. Another way you can find the center is using, like, for example, a paper like this. So if you have a paper like this, like a craft paper or anything, instead of measuring, right, you cut exactly, measure exactly the size of your side. Okay, so this will be your template from now on. Put a name on that. Okay, then you fold in half, then you put it right there. Okay, and you mark your center. Okay, so you know where is your center right here. You know, it's exactly the right position. Glad I measured right, and you put there. Okay, so you do that for all 4 sides, and then you have the 4 or 5 actually sides. You have your pointy marks, whatever it is, right? So now when I put this like this, you're gonna match the point. I know you don't see in the video, but you match all the points with those parts. Okay, make sure they are aligned. The point of your pentagon is aligned and matching exactly the point you did right there. Okay, right there, right here, and right here and right here. And it's important that you do that. It can be in pencil, of course, you don't need a Sharpie for that, but I like the Sharpie now because I can see very well. So now I know exactly where is the position my pentagon will be glue here, and once I fold it in my next step, I will have a beautiful star. Okay, nice? Very good. Hope you like this. You can also make a template for yourself after you have this done. You can copy, make a, you know, a template of this for yourself. I mean, you find your way, okay? The smaller one is the one that you're gonna put something unique, right? That you see in the middle of a star. And the other one is the coordinating one that goes around. So now I'm thinking if mine will will show up well. I think so. It's because I have already one ornament made with those two fabrics. So I just want to have the little one with the same two fabrics. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll have another happy accident. Who knows? Good. So what I need to know is this is the position, okay? This is how I need it to be. So this is the direction of my fabric. So here is how I will be cutting my fabric, and again putting my my figure, my picture, whatever I have, kind of in the center or a little bit more down right here, okay? Because you see, this goes a lot on the front, the red one, okay? So you don't see a lot of a picture. It's not a big picture, not a big thing you can see in the middle. If you want to do like me, that I'm gonna be using this this guy right here, okay? Just remember that this is the position and it will be right here. Okay, for the other one, the fabric will be the coordinating one that you want, whatever it will be. Let's see how it goes. And then let's get started. Again, you cut this fabric about what? Half an inch bigger. Same thing we did before. Okay, and then spread out the glue. So you can make these other sizes if you prefer. The same thing as I said, you can make the big one and then measure here, and then you can cut the smaller one. You can have a do-it-yourself kit that we have in the shop already with all the pieces. Here is the position, right? So I need one pointy corner as the top. We have in the shop, or if you want the template for this, it is in my free online course, Have Fun Doing. Okay, so you can also have this template for exactly the size I'm making now. Okay, so now I apply the glue. I need this little boy to be kind of the center. Let me see. Yeah, I think it goes, I think it will be well. Good, good, good. Okay, you can take your time and measure and make sure you are putting the right position, okay? Right here in the video, I always kind of, you know, have to just go and finish. So again, as we did in the other one, you can trim around half an inch, or using your ruler, or just random like this, because you don't need precision in this. It's just that you need to cut there. And you can even cut a little bit in the corners. You don't need the corner too, but just a bit. Does not be too big. Okay, here as well. So you don't need a super big corner there. And I will repeat the same thing right here, just leaving my half an inch or even a little less here. Nice. Now I can trim a bit. Okay. You see, I'm leaving a lot of space here. It's just because I don't want to be a super big part. And this is not square, so my corner tool will not work, okay? This is just to be more easy. Okay, so now we need to glue around. So my recommendation is you go with the glue. Don't go all the way because this is kind of too big, but at least in 3 or 4 of the edges, and also spread the glue on all those corners. See? Then bring tight, press down. I like to go opposites, press down, and then you come in the other one and press down. Okay, nice. Then press those corners. I'm about to finish. This is even more quick. Right, just do that. Spread the glue. Spread the glue also here. Come this, press down and come this. Now you take a look at your bag. If you notice that you have, that is too bulky, or that you are seeing on the front some pointy parts that you don't want, you simply do what I did with the scissor before and trim, okay? Mine is super good, I don't need to do anything there. Okay, so now let me go in this one and just do the same. Spread the glue, go with the glue also on that corner. Okay, and then bring tight, press down, bring tight, press down, and bring tight. Okay, spread the glue there, spread here, nice. And bring tight, press down, and bring tight. Yay! So you see, if you notice that you have, this is why the color I see now on the video is not the best for a video, but let's see. If you notice you have a part that is too bulky right here, you can simply cut, okay? The important thing is that close to the edges is very good. Very good, so take a look. Now we have the two pieces done, okay? Covered, so the outside and the inside. And now let's see here, that's why it's important to do our marks first, so I now know exactly where is the position, because as I said, if you glue even a little crooked, you will notice that it's not well aligned, okay? In the National Day, in the template, actually I have already with the marks, but for the do-it-yourself kits I couldn't make that mark, so that's why I'm showing. And it's good because if you have you are doing a different size, you know how to do it, right? To be exactly where you're supposed to be. Now that I'm aligned with all my marks, the Sharpie that I made before, it's time for me to just come over here and fold this well, okay? Fold this very well. So you see how aligned we are right here now? That's perfect. That's what I want, okay? And if yours is a little crooked in the first time, no worries. Go back to this video, show that you know that you have, it may be a few minutes for you to find the center at that point, but it will make the difference, okay? Very good. So, wow, oh yes, I really like this one. Okay, so let me tell you now. We cannot put a tassel because I think that does not make sense. We have this straight part, but of course we need something to hang. Let me see, I think I will go with the same one to hang ornaments, okay? But again, completely up to you. You can do a different cord, we can do something bigger. Now, did you know the position? You open gentle, right? And right here on the front, on the top, right now, I'm gonna glue my thread. And same thing we did before. Put the thread on. Okay, put the thread. And I will put a little bit of masking tape just here in the end of the tail, just to hold for now. Okay, now glue on the back of this pentagon. And apply the glue very well. I actually will spread the glue with my brush. You don't see very well in the video, sorry. I see the light is too light for this color of fabric, but I mean, you know what I'm doing, just spreading the glue very well all around, okay? Don't miss any spot. And then with this, you come right in the position again that you just have marked, okay? Position, you can still work with your thread to make sure it's in the right position. And once it's there, hold, and now we will do what? Exactly what we did for the other sides, right? So just spread the glue right well in this little edge. And with this, like with your brush, kind of a white part that you see that is well glued. Okay. Again, I just have to make sure that I'm in the position. I think I moved a little bit. Okay. Now the masking tape. So I don't want the masking tape under the next piece. I need to glue. So just take a look at that. Okay. And of course, as soon as we finish gluing, we will put something heavy on top again. So this will glue in position very well. Okay. Even if you notice the masking tape is not doing the job well now. Oh, and don't forget, if you make your ornaments, post your pictures in our fabric cartonnage, in our Facebook group, Cartonnage Fabric Boxes. It's so nice to see all the inspiration, you know, all the things that you are doing. Let's get how inspired and prepared for Christmas. That's really nice. Okay, yeah, my masking tape is not even holding this fabric. Sometimes some masking tapes does not go well with some different fabrics. And so if that happened for you, check your, change a little bit the brand of your masking tape. You know, sometimes that can even happen. But in this case here, as I said for you before, it's just a little part, you know, that needs to be folded, and it does not want to be folded. Okay, now we have the masking tape all over. Of course, it's not holding very well so far, so I'm gonna put my heavy book on top. And actually, I'll put both now. I will put both under this book and with my heavy iron on top. So this is enough heavy things to keep this drying, you know, flat and very well. Okay, so I hope you like this part of the tutorial. So those are the flat ornaments, but you can make way more flat ornaments. Okay, just a square, just circle, just pentagon, you know, that's a lot. Just play with the shapes with this idea of making both, gluing them together, and it will be lots of fun. Okay, nice. So now let's go to the next part of the tutorial and let's see how to make the 3D ornaments. Okay, so let's go. Okay, ready for more fun? I hope so. So now let's play with hexagons. How fun! Oh my gosh, we can make so many wonderful things with hexagons. I'm just starting playing with them, so you can keep doing it because more hexagons are coming in the future. Okay, so now let's do the 3D ornaments. Okay, they are also included in the same ornament set kit that we have in the shop. We also sell the kit separate, so with the do-it-yourself kit you can make 4 of them, 2 each size. I will show you here again. And also we have in our free online course, Have Fun Gluing, I have the video that we made during the National Cartonnage Day showing how to do just with cereal box if you want just a simple one and don't want this other one that is more sturdy. But I do recommend you to try this one as well because it's more sturdy, so it's more, I don't know, it has more like better finishing, you know, and you can play a lot with that. It's a little different process of making with thick chipboard. That's why I'm making this video again. Than cereal box, because cereal box is just, you know, cover them all, fold in half, glue them together, and you are done. This one, just because we have a thick chipboard, we have kind of a gap in the center, so we need to kind of take care of that as well. And this is the kind of main difference between one and another in the making process. Okay, but as I said, in the end, it's much more sturdy with the thick chipboard. I'm using 100 points chipboard for that, and I would say if you want to cut by yourself and start from the scratch, you can play with different thickness of chipboard. That will just give you little differences in finishing, but will not make that whole of difference. In our do-it-yourself kits, everything is with 100 points that I use for all my do-it-yourself kits. Okay, nice. So let's see here how to do it. Very good. So as I said, in this the do-it-yourself kit that comes inside the Cartonnage fabric ornament set that we make the flat ornaments, this 3D and the big ornament, okay, the spinner. We have this do-it-yourself kit that is also sold separate if you want. You can make 2 of this size, that is 4 inches. Let me double check if it is also, let me double check if it is 4 inches high. I think it is. Yeah, this is 4 inches high, okay? So you can make in the do-it-yourself kit 2 ornaments 4 inch high, and you can make 2 ornaments 3 inches high, okay? So those are the options of our do-it-yourself kits. The way you make is exactly the same. It's the only difference is the size, okay? So let's get started. I'm gonna use my fabric, this fabric again, so I can have a huge set of coordinating ornaments. This is the fabric I want, this is the direction I want, this is how I will place and cut my fabric, about 1/2 inch bigger or 3/4, but 3/4 is too much. You know, I cut by hand, I don't measure, because you don't need to stress out with measuring now, you don't need precision. So it's just that you see that we have some around, at least 1/2 inch I would say. And also take a look that this is the direction, okay? In the do-it-yourself kits, we already have this mark in the center that is actually a pre-cut, so I can easily fold and make my ornament. If you don't have this, if you are starting from the scratch, you have to make, score lines and cut, but you see, you don't go all the way to this side. This side must stay as it is. So it's not a cut all the way, it's a partial cut in your board in the center, in the long part, okay? So you cut this for the 4 pieces that you have, so you need, of course, 4 for each ornament. So cut the fabric a little bigger for all of them, and now let's see how to glue and prepare that, okay? Very nice. So now we're gonna glue the side that does not have the cut, okay? And the other side, so spread your glue very well, then you go with your roller very well all over. And if you have any direction that you like in your fabric, I think I will go like this. If you have any direction, just make sure, okay, that this is the long part here is the direction, okay? So choose the direction on the fabric. I even put an angle, but that's okay, no problem. And the fun part, of course, is, you know, choosing your fabrics. And I would say here now it's winter time for me. We are in Michigan, my house is more dry, so the glue kind of dries more quick. So sometimes I have to spread a little bit more of glue just to make sure, or reapply the glue. Sometimes it's also good to, during the process, put more glue in the tray. If you notice during the winter, right, that it's hard to glue, put more glue in the tray, roll this again, just to keep that a little bit more wet, right? And then it's, yeah, you see, now it's much easier to spread. Especially because I made the other videos and they stop a little bit, so that's what happened there. Yay, that will be a beautiful one. Nice. And the last one, this one here. And you can also use, as I show you in the beginning, you can use different fabrics. So if you want to do like this, you're gonna cut 2 with one fabric and 2 with another fabric, right? How about you do 4 different fabrics? That will be fun as well, right? So just see what I have there, and it's lots of fun. Good, nice. So now that we have the 4 of them ready, I will make one here, and then I will repeat for all of them, because what you do in one, you do for the 4 of them, okay? So now again, same thing we did before, we have to just trim around, and now I would recommend 1/2 inch, okay? Or, of course, about 1/2 inch, but don't do way more. So come over here, spread your glue, nice. Spread your glue and out this edge right here. And remember, I like you to spread the glue also on, oops. And remember, I want you to spread the glue also on all those corners. Okay, my paper here is really full of glue. Let me quickly flip this. Now I need to spread a little bit more glue. Again, it's drying, winter time. Okay, and okay, nice. So, after applying the glue on the corners and also on the fabric, you come over here and bring tight, okay? Now you can press down, then you go to the opposite one, like miss one, go to the other one. Press down and press down. And then you can go and finish the other two ones. But now I will show you here and also press down, okay? This I don't have glue here, but I want to show you that you have to open this, okay? When you are in this part, you open this and kind of unglue this center part and make this as better as you can here. So you probably will need to, you know, glue then right there, try to do as less bulky as you have, but you have to kind of follow this gap. We need this gap open to put our thread, okay? So this is where we go. And here, let's continue the other side as well, that I didn't finish. So I didn't spread the glue there, here, and I think my glue is dry here as well. Okay, press now. You can even open this and glue your fabric first in the middle, okay? And then glue the sides. Find your way on this, because it's just, okay, it's just here that must be very well finished. Look at how pretty, okay? And the inside, you want to make sure that your gap is covered and it's open, like you have that space. And if you have, and you probably will have extra fabric here, then you just cut. You don't want this to be super bulky, so just cut those extra fabric that are, you know, there. Make sure that it's all well glued. Here is not, so I'm gonna spread this again, okay? So hope this makes sense for you. That's what you're gonna be doing with all 4 of them, okay? So now I'm gonna put some Christmas song on and I will finish those 4 pieces, right? You do the same. Okay, and in a minute, actually, we will also need those clips that I told you in the beginning that we need, okay? So grab the clips you need, and also the handy square or anything square that you have at home that can help you to make this much better, okay? So it's a Lego or something that you have square if you don't have my handy squares, okay? We're gonna need them as soon as we finish covering these pieces. Okay, nice, 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 very good. So now that we have all 4 pieces done, okay, now that we have all the pieces covered, right, it's time for us to start gluing them. So first thing we have to do is glue 2 with 2, okay? So make sure you have your direction that you want. So for example, I want this direction, and then I put this, I glue right here. So we have them already folded, right? Well done. So we're gonna be gluing 2 together right here, and then I'll do the same with the other 2, but let's get started. The most important thing here is that you take care of the direction. So I want to glue this part here. Okay, so plan, take your time planning here, because this is the most important part where, you know, you don't want to mess up now and glue then in the other direction, right? So make sure you have a glue all over in this part. So this is my direction, this is my direction. So I'm gonna glue them together like this on top of that. Now you have to make sure that they are aligned here, aligned, okay? Very well aligned. Now here what we have to do, you put some masking tape. Okay, I like to put at least 3 pieces, 1 in each edge here of the masking tape. And you can also if you have those clips here, these quilt clips or any other clips that you have, you can also put something like this to make sure, or more close to here, just to make sure they are well. So, or put some masking tape before you put in the position that you put your clips, or use some like copy paper or something. I don't want the clip to kind of mark your fabric. So you open, so now you see that we have a huge gap in the middle. That's what is different from what we did in National Day, that we didn't have that. It was just those pieces here, right? So once you make one, let it dry for a bit while you make the other ones, but you have to plan. Let me see the direction. So I want this to be glued right here. Now you have to plan. This will be here and this will be here. Okay, so I will be gluing this one with this edge, okay? So those are in the same direction, and that's what I want there. So make sure, just take your time again and make sure that this is not upside down, okay? Of course, if you don't have direction of the fabric, that's much easier, but usually we have, right? Especially for Christmas, I would say usually we have direction. Okay, again, make sure that they are, both of them are, you know, glued together. Oops, and well aligned, okay? Well aligned. Your table is the best place for you to know that you are with that very well aligned. Then put your masking tape. I will put kind of close here because this is where I want to put a clip in a minute, so that if I already put my clip there, my tape there, it helps. Nice, very good. Oh, it has moved. Okay, so check, because sometimes it moves. Okay, so basically that's it. What would be the next thing to do would be to glue them together like this. Okay, but before we do that, we have to put our decoration, and for that, let me use here, first of all, I will also ask you to, if you have clips like this, those are from Dollar Tree that I really like, okay? We're gonna use them now, at least 4 of them would be good. And if you have the handy squares that we have in the shop, that will also be needed now. If you don't have this, you can use, as I said, Lego pieces, you know, something that is square. That's what I need, a corner that is square. Okay, so now let's see tassels and thread, okay, what I will be using. So I have some bigger tassels also in the shop, or you probably have something at home or around you, it's up to you. So let me see, I could use a green one. I could use I'll go with the gold again. Okay, so those are the more like fancy tassels we have in the shop. We have several colors, so take a look. I'll go with the gold again. And for the thread, let me see. For the thread, I think I will go with this. I really like those sort of threads. They are like braiding cords we found in the jewelry section of your craft shops. I like them because they are more like sturdy, and they are kind of a waxed cotton, and are sturdy and good to make knots and stay better here. What you don't want is something for this ornament, what you don't want is something very thin, like the one we use for the other ornament. We will not hold this one. We need something a little bit more thick that can glue well in this big gap that we have in the center, okay? So, you know, see what you have there. And we also will need a small piece of craft paper or copy paper, okay? This will help to glue them all together. Okay, so, yeah, I didn't grab any thick gold one. I didn't pick any gold one, so I think I go with this yellow. Actually will get better with my gold one. Okay, so again, choose what you have. If it is in here, actually I have some tips for you. One of the ways that will be less stressful, so to speak, is connecting the thread with the tassel, so you know they will not go away and will be better for you to have it. So for that, I'm gonna cut, I should give you the dimension here. Okay, so I want something that is, of course I need my hanging part right here, and it actually goes what I want, plus here a little bigger than that, okay? We have two options here. If you have something very thick, if you want to add something thick, so for example in this one I use a leather cord here that is thick. So what I did, I just glue my thick stuff on the top, okay, and glue my tassel on the bottom, and make sure with the copy paper, as I will show you here, I place in the right position and glue and make sure it's well connected. If it is something more thin, I recommend you connect the thread with the tassel with a knot, so you know it's there connected, it will not fall. Because I saw in a class we had, someone had a very thin thread and the tassel was falling out all the time, the top part wasn't staying. So that's why I will give you these tips for you, okay? So let's say you want to, I have a gold one here that is thicker. So let's say you want just to have something thick like this, that it will be hard for you to make a knot. You can't make a knot in this one. So in this case, for something thick, I would simply glue it right here in the middle, like this, very big, okay? Very big, very long as well. Glue, apply glue, glue this, and then glue a little piece of, let me show you. We're gonna be doing this in a minute for the other one, but imagine I apply glue, I glue this right here, okay, glue this right here, and I glue a piece of copy paper on top and glue very well, making sure that this is holding that very well. And you do exactly the same for the tassel, okay? So if you are using something thick that you cannot make a knot to connect your tassel, wherever you have here, this is how you do. Now, if you want to do a connection like I'm doing now, because I want to do this thinner one here on the top, what I will be doing is making a knot, okay, that connects my, so let me see how much I want there. So I'm just passing my thread here and making a knot. Okay, so I'm connecting my thread with my tassel, okay, and of course you have to try and see what is the dimension that you want for that, because some maybe make the knot in the position that you want, right? I think that's good enough for, let's see. Okay, I made my thread, my knot right here in the thread, okay, and let me see if it is good. I think I could do a little more here, okay, nice, that's okay. Okay, so once you plan, make your knot, make it tight once you think you are ready for that, okay? So now just make sure that this thread will not on the top. This thread must to be hidden inside your ornament, right? Okay, so this is up, now you spread your glue right here. And this is what you're gonna be doing. If you are doing separate, just tassel, just top part, this is what you do. Spread the glue first here, so you want to have a good layer of glue. And then you put your thread. Let me see how much of the tassel I want. I don't want this tassel to be a big tail. That's why I'm gluing kind of close to there. But it's really up to you. Find the position you want. This is fun. Find the position you want. And then hold this here and make sure that it's all in the position. Okay? So you see, we have a space for this knot, but cannot be something super, like I say, super thick that will not fit here in the gap. Good. So now I will put a little extra glue here on the top of this. Okay, on top of this I'll put extra glue, and as I said, I will put some pieces of copy paper on top and hold and glue it very tight on top. So this will help everything to stay here well connected. Do not put masking tape, because I really think that the masking tape will not hold as well, okay? Because this gap is big. It is a big gap. We still have more space for the gap here. So once I glue this, I have to make sure that what it is there is well attached and glued to this piece. That is what make everything, you know, good and in the place. You know, so just two pieces of copy paper that you see you are holding this. Good. In the beginning I was using a piece of fabric, a scrap of fabric, but I think the copy paper holds better. Okay, and here you can hold and help with this, you know, this clip can hold your tassel there, you see? So once you do that, you know that your tassel and your thread is well attached to the center, and after this is all glue and dry, I mean, that does not go anywhere. Okay, good. So now we are ready for the next part, is just gluing this there. Just make sure you have your right direction. Let's do it. Now we will spread the glue all over here, right? All over here inside, like this. Okay. And also, if you make your ornaments, make sure to post your pictures for us in our Facebook group. It's always so fun to see. You see a very generous amount of glue right now, okay? And then you put right there, making sure. I have to say again, because sometimes even I put in the wrong direction of the fabric, right? So check it out, make sure they are there, all in the right position, okay? And yes, not yeah, that, make sure. Okay, good. So now once you are in everything aligned in the right position, like you see that, you put your masking tapes, okay, to make sure they stay together. And we need the clips now, and also the handy square, and that's also a great difference. But you can do that even for the cereal box if you decide to do as we did in the National Day, because now, okay, this will be gluing, okay, drying very well. What I need to do is, you see, I don't think you, okay, let me remove that so you can see. This is not square. You see, this is not stable yet, because this is all wet, right? So what we need to do now is make sure that this piece will dry in the square position, so your finishing will be wonderful. And that's why I need the two square stuff, or that you will have at home or find anywhere. So here's my suggestion. Here you have, so put your square like this. So I know this angle will be square, and the easiest thing to do is just putting a clip like this and another clip right here. If you don't have that many clips, you can help yourself with masking tape to fix this, but the clip will really keep this in position better. Good. So now we have one side that is really square. Now we need to take care of the opposite one, and then everything will be square. So another one, but right here in this part, so the opposite one, look at this, there and now here. And now you do exactly the same, put another clip here and another clip here, and then everything will be together. Now if you want to keep going and put more those quilt clips around to make sure, I don't know how many clips you have there, that will help. But please do not hang this on the thread right now. Don't do that, because don't hang now because it's super wet. You have to wait, and I'd really say forget this aside for at least 4 or 5 hours, so everything will dry well in the position that you want. And how you put it at, so use all those clips, all those clips right here. You can even put like this, find a position that's comfortable for that, or on the side of a book, whatever, but keep it like that, drying, to make sure that it's all connected, and that will just make the whole difference. Once your piece is ready, you remove all those clips, and you are ready to decorate your tree or your home, wherever you want to do. Okay, and I hope you have lots and lots of fun. As I said, we have a do-it-yourself kit where you can make 4 of these ornaments, 2 with 3 inches high and 2 with 4 inches high, so it's fun for the whole family. Okay, very good. So we are done with the ornaments. Oh my gosh, that was lots of fun. I love it, and I hope you love it as well. I hope you have fun making those and make more than one, play with the fabrics that you have. Allow, as I said, your inner child to come with you and have lots of fun. Put some Christmas song on, and don't forget to post pictures of your ornaments in our Facebook group, Cartonnage Fabric Boxes. It's so great to see and to be inspired and inspire others. It's a great place to be. Okay? Very good. So if you like gluing fabric, I invite you to also check our website, ColorWayArts.com. We have so many do-it-yourself kits that are all pieces pre-cut, ready to go, where you can make many boxes, covers, so many ideas, having fun gluing fabric and creating amazing handmade gifts. Okay? Let me know any question, and for now I wish all of you a wonderful and Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you another time with one more fun project using paper, fabric and glue. Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye. Happy gluing.